Informal writing. Of course, as it shows by the word, it is different from formal writing. It is just an opposite of formal, informal writing. So there are again features of informal writing. And it is, I hope it is not misunderstood that there is nothing as informal writing in the course. Informal writing can be included in the syllabus or course of primary school children, secondary school children, and higher level, because the students need to understand the difference between the two writings. For example, an email can be written very informally. It can also be written very formally. As I said, for formal email, the address would be with the title and the name, whereas in informal writing, you sometimes don't even use any name, or you don't even say hi, you just start it like that. So in order to know the difference between informal email and formal email, both the types of exercises should be done by the teachers and the information conveyed to the student. So when we are actually sometimes writing emails to our friends or family, especially the relations who are of the same age as us, we do not use any title. We don't even sometimes use a name. Sometimes we use a name like Hi Ali, or Hi Safa, or Hi Ruxana, or we can just say hi without using a name. So all these would be considered to be informal style of writing. Similarly, at the end of an email, if we are writing a formal email, there would be some sort of a greeting and then proper goodbye. But when we are just writing informal email, we can just say, okay, catch you up later, see you later, talk to you soon, something like that. We don't really need to be formal in saying that. But it should not be misunderstood that there is something wrong with informal writing. Informal writing has its own features and characteristics, and there is no harm in teaching our students about the informal writing, because actually they are using the informal writing most of the time, especially if they are online with their friends, chatting, SMS. All this is informal piece of writing. We don't write high titles when we are sending SMS, because usually we are sending messages to our friends or people of our own age. And if we need to send a message to somebody who is higher in position or higher in age, then we make that email more formal or that message more formal by writing Assalamu alaikum, or by writing Dear Father, or whatever we call our fathers. So we also use informal writing and formal writing in SMS, email. So there is nothing wrong if we teach our students both types of writings. It should not be considered that we are teaching them to be rude. We are just wanting our students to know about the characteristics of both the writings, because they are using both the writings. Rather, they are using more, they have more opportunities to use informal type of writing. So they should be able to know what are the features of informal type of writing. Secondly, the content of informal writing does not contain much of explanation. Contrary to this, the formal writing needs that the writer should explain the issue in detail. It has a requirement that whatever is being said should be understood by the reader who's marking the paper and should understand what the issue is. Whereas in informal writing, the issue does not need a lot of explanation. It has to be sort of pointed out in hints and clues that what is the matter which is being talked about. So in other words, we can say that informal piece of writing is something which is similar to spoken language. Like most of the times when we are speaking about something, we are discussing an issue with our friend, we don't need to explain it again and again, because probably we have a context of it and the listener knows about what's happening because he's our friend or he knows us and we've already discussed that issue. So we don't need to explain it much. So in other words, we can say that informal writing is very similar to spoken language.